Hey everyone, welcome to the new vlog. I'm filming in 4K for the first time today. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to upload it in 4K, but nevertheless I'm using some new technology and that's very exciting. New year, new me, I guess. Today I want to talk about one of the most bizarre things that's ever happened in the music industry, really. I still cannot believe that this actually went down. It's such a crazy story. Imagine you go to see your favorite band live in concert. You wait for the show to start. You see the band hit the stage. You're so excited. And it's not even them. Maybe you recognize the songs, but that's definitely not the band you know and love. That actually happened for fans of Fleetwood Mac back in 1974. So to fully understand the scope of this story, we're going to have to start from the beginning. You guys know Fleetwood Mac, but you probably know them from the Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks lineup, which was by far the most popular lineup of the group, especially in North America. Of course, they did the Rumours album and so much else. But the Fleetwood Mac story goes back way further than that. They were founded in 1967 as an offshoot of John Mayall's Blues Breakers band. Peter Green left that group in 1967 and took with him the rhythm section of John McVie and Mick Fleetwood, and it is that rhythm section which gives the group its name, Fleetwood Mac. And then over the first 8 years of their career, they went through so many lineup changes, just a number of them. In their early days, one of their hit songs was the song Black Magic Woman. You definitely know the Santana version of that song, but Fleetwood Mac did it first.
I've got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. Yes, I've got a black magic woman. She's got me so blind I can see that she's a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me.
In 1970, Bob Welch joined the group, and around that same time, Christine McVie joined the group, who was John McVie's wife at the time. Maybe not yet. I don't know. I'm a little hazy with my early Fleetwood Mac knowledge, to be honest. But what I do know is by 1973, they just were not getting along. And that would be a theme in the history of Fleetwood Mac to this day. They never really got along. The amount of drama and infighting that went on in the history of that band is ridiculous. But yeah, in 1973, they were gaining a little steam even in North America. They decided they were going to take a hiatus, that they just couldn't stand each other and just didn't really want to tour anymore at that time. So yeah, they took a break. Their manager, Clifford Davis, was furious. Like I said, this is a band that's just beginning to become profitable. They've been around for a long time with some success here and there, on and off, and they were... Basically, Clifford Davis did not want to lose this momentum that they'd been building for a while. And while Fleetwood Mac was still... I mean, they just put out a new album. Back in those days, if you don't go out on tour, your album doesn't sell. Unless you're like, you know, Led Zeppelin or any one of the biggest groups in the world. Unless you're literally in like the top 5 biggest bands in the world. You don't tour, people aren't buying your album, really, unless you somehow manage to get significant radio play. So Clifford made an interesting move. He kind of said to himself, wait a minute, I own the rights to the name Fleetwood Mac, which is a claim that in itself is even dubious. But he says, I own the rights to the name Fleetwood Mac, which means that legally, I don't have to do what they say. I can hire anyone to be Fleetwood Mac. And by God, that's what he did. He got Elmer Gantry, Kirby Gregory, Paul Martinez, John Wilkinson, and Craig Collinge, I really don't know how to pronounce that, frankly, to join together and become the fake Fleetwood Mac. Yes, he actually went and did that. He created a brand new band with no ties to the actual real lineup of the group to go out and tour in early 1974. It's so crazy. He even lied to these new members. He told them that Mick Fleetwood was looking to completely, basically rebirth the band or whatever, restart the band with all new members, and that they were going to be the new members, and Mick Fleetwood was going to join them starting with the first night of the tour. Then he told them, hey, look, Mick can't make it. You guys are just going to have to do the tour yourself. But they did believe that they were authentically the new lineup of Fleetwood Mac, and that any day now Mick Fleetwood would show up and join them, and all would be right with the world. Not true. Clifford Davis had just made that up to make them feel better, I guess. But pretty immediately, audiences recognized, or rather did not recognize, the band at all, and was like, who are these people? I mean, Fleetwood Mac was not the immediately recognizable juggernaut that they would become, but still, people could tell that that's not Fleetwood Mac. They did a few shows that went okay. There's honestly not a ton of record of the performances in the early days. We don't know exactly how many performances they did. We do know that their second ever gig took place at the Academy of Music January 26, 1974, and was a disaster. Elmer Gantry, the new lead singer, had apparently lost his voice, although he was fine the night before. And there's speculation that maybe they told him not to sing for fear that people would realize it wasn't the actual, it wasn't Welch, but like, I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't know. Maybe he did just lose his voice. But in any case, this band that was allegedly Fleetwood Mac, but not really, didn't even have a singer. So they got the opening act to perform a little bit longer. One of these opening acts, by the way, was a very early show by rock band Kiss. That's some actual footage from their set at this concert. If you know me and you know this vlog, you know that I will make any attempt to shoehorn Kiss into any vlog that I make. I love them, but that's neither here nor there. They got the opening acts to play for a little bit longer, and then Fleetwood Mac came out and performed like 45 minutes of instrumental blues jamming. A lot of people asked for refunds, and they had a whole list of people that wanted to get refunds, and allegedly none of those refunds were even given out. Like I said, Clifford Davis claimed to everyone that this was the authentic Fleetwood Mac, and that Mick Fleetwood would be coming around the corner to save this band any day now. But after a while, people realized that he was full of it, including road manager John Courage. He realized that he was essentially participating in a fraud, and so a few shows into the tour, he actually essentially stole all of Fleetwood Mac's equipment so that they literally couldn't perform anymore. He just hid it somewhere, which is fantastic. He took matters into his own hands and derailed this fake group. And around this time, the actual Fleetwood Mac over in the UK heard about what was going on and were obviously outraged and immediately began to pursue legal action. Because this had a lot of, it meant a lot of disturbing things for the band, because not only was Clifford Davis trying to fake that this new lineup was the Fleetwood Mac on stage, it also meant that the real guys in Fleetwood Mac couldn't record as Fleetwood Mac, because Clifford claimed they didn't even have rights to use that name anymore, and he had created this new band that was now Fleetwood Mac. I know, it's all very confusing. Anyway, there was a whole legal battle over the rights to the Fleetwood Mac name that went on for a long time after this whole fiasco, and it was eventually determined that despite all of what he had done, Clifford Davis didn't even really own the rights to the Fleetwood Mac name in the first place. So what he was doing was even more totally illegal than we thought. It's just, I had a really hard time making this vlog today because it's such a convoluted and bizarre story that I had to do a lot of fact checking, a lot of cross-referencing. Fleetwood Mac's history in all is very complicated. There's so many lineup changes, there's so many eras, there's so many factors to consider. It's crazy. So I don't think I'm going to do a full-blown Fleetwood Mac history series, but I just had to tell you guys about the absolute hurricane of bizarreness that was what happened to Fleetwood Mac in 1974. It very well could have ruined their reputation forever, but we all know that they recovered from that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. What a crazy topic. Thanks so much for watching. For those of you who don't know, I myself am a professional musician. Check out the description for a full list of all my upcoming concert dates, as well as links to where you can find my music, where it's sold or streamed online. Like this video if you like what you see. Subscribe to my channel if you've been enjoying all of my videos. I do tons of videos like this, as well as I go around and I see historic sites. It's a very eclectic vlog that I originally started just to follow my own music career, and then I've branched it out to a number of different topics. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It's been a crazy vlog. It's such a wild story. I'm glad you bared with me through all of this absurdity. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you with another new vlog again tomorrow. See you then.